Hey Peach, can you tell me what you were telling me about yesterday and then this morning, please?
Yeah! This morning we were talking about the death rates, and I typed it out here with the links, to confirm everything in the studies and stuff.
The deaths of what?
Death rates of COVID. If you Google COVID death rate in the US, as of today, you'll find 2.9 million cases of COVID and 132,000 deaths, which is 4.5% death rate. And this number of cases and deaths especially, includes the massive over-reported by the CDC memos that tell the doctors to basically over-report it. And then the cases is way overcounted, because for a while they were including antibody tests as in with the positive tests, which I think a lot of places aren't doing that anymore, but some might still be. And which the antibody tests are highly inaccurate, is what they've recently discovered, up to maybe 50% off, which is just horrible. And even the CDC says the antibody testing should not be used to make government decisions, but yet it was lumped in with the other numbers. So we don't really know what the total deaths are, because that number is completely off. And besides being the over half, or about half of those people are over 70. And a ton of them, most of that group is in retirement homes. So the death rate for healthy younger people is just so low. But anyways, we'll just never know, because the numbers have been so confounded. And then we're talking this morning about the CDC director talking about, he thinks that more than 10 times the people have been infected, and most people don't know they've been infected. So those two things that he said is really interesting, because if you're a fear-based news source, you're going to put that out there. Ooh, 10 times, it's really 10 times. And people are going, oh my gosh. But people that can do math realize that when the CDC overinflates it by 10 times, that just means it's 10 times lower death rate, really. So that 4.5 that's been artificially inflated, it's 10 times less than that, or less, because it's artificially inflated. And then also claiming that many millions of people, up to 20 million, and how many of them don't even know they ever had it, which makes it way less virulent. So that's less concerning. And then another report came out that the virus is mutated. It used to be, the original was D614, and now there's a G614, and that's 10 times more contagious. And so fear-based news puts that out there. Oh my gosh, it's mutated, it's 10 times more contagious now, and everybody freaks out. But if it's mutating that fast, and they're making a vaccine for D614, and now we have G614 that's out there that's 10 times more contagious. So now how good is the vaccine for D614 going to be on G614? And viruses do mutate super rapidly. They make lots of mistakes when they copy their genomes, and they make thousands of copies in just a few hours in a normal or unhealthy person. So where will the mutations be by the time they finally come out with a vaccine, best case scenario in 18 months? And then you look at the years of testing and research on past flu vaccines, and here's some stats where 2017 to 18 flu season, for example, the vaccine was 38% effective. And then for the 2018-19 flu season, it was 24% effective for those over 50 years old, which are the high-risk population. And those are the drug companies' reported stats. So the real actual stats would be way lower than that, because the drug company wants to look as good as possible, so people keep buying it. And when they make a flu vaccine like that, it takes years. But now they're rushing this one to try to get it done under 2 years, with a brand new RNA wildcard factored in that's never been tested or even experimented on. And then Fauci and Adams, both, that's our nation's experts on this, both said back in March that face masks didn't work. Now they say they're a must. So we have two conclusions to follow here. Number one, either they learned something new since March, and that's scary. Or, as Fauci explained recently, they were just telling us that so the medical professionals didn't run out of masks. So the normal people, didn't hog them all. So which brings us to conclusion 2, that they lied to us, knowing that the advice would, and that opinion would put the rest of us at risk following that advice. So it's just crazy stuff. But that's just a tip of the iceberg from what I've learned. But anyways, that's a summary of what we've talked about in the last couple days.